Okay, I thought it might be helpful to do a short how-to video for those of us who might not have done Canva as much. So I'm going to go through, this was the homework from, I don't even know, whatever week that was. Was that last week? I think so, where I submitted this PowerPoint. So I'm not going to, mess up anything with the one we're currently working on, even though it's pretty easy to undo stuff. So anyways, so once you're ready to record things, as we've been talking about, you can have your notes here. I didn't do any notes for this one because I wasn't speaking to it. But you can edit everything in this format. I think everybody's pretty familiar with how this process works as far as adding elements and text and all that stuff. So once you're ready to record, there's two different ways, but I'm going to tell you the easiest way. So there's a way of doing it up here under this present mode, but I'm going to suggest you go to Uploads and then record yourself. Oh, also a keynote is that it works best in Chrome. I think it will tell you if you're not in Chrome to go put it in Chrome, but it works best in Chrome. So do that. So whenever you hit record yourself, it'll take you to the recording studio. And then it'll ask you to set up your camera and microphone, all that stuff. Then you can just hit record. So I can see my little thumbnail of myself. I'm holding my camera. It's very high tech. And I look like a mess, so don't worry about me. Anyways, you hit record when you're ready to start recording. And it'll count you down. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Then it lets you know you're recording. If I had notes, they would be showing up right here. And you're the only one that gets to see it while you're recording. So blah, blah, blah. You chit chat and then you're like, oh, I flubbed it. I sounded stupid just then. I don't like that. So you can hit delete your recording, and then you can start over, which is great. And then I'll count myself down again, be like, oh, welcome to my lovely talk on supporting veterans through their career transitions. So you can, if you have multiple slides, you can keep on talking and then click next to the next slide and it'll scroll right along with you. And it's going to save an individual bubble, this little bubble here, for each slide you're talking on. So now I'm talking about table of contents, blah, 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 blah. And then I would go to my next slide, talk about this next slide, everything I want to say. Again, I didn't put notes in here, but they'd be here for you to read. Hopefully not read, like glance at, sneakily while you're looking at your actual little recording tab. So it looks like you know what you're talking about. And then you hit done when you're done with all your talking on all your slides. And then you just hit save and exit. Boom. So then I'll show you what's going to happen. So it's going to think about it for a little while. And then, like I said, it automatically knows what slides you were talking to. Uh-oh, I'm already talking to myself. Pause. So it already knows which slides go with which bubble. So it puts your little bubble here, and you can move your bubble around. If there's something on the slide you don't want to cover up, you can move your bubble up to here. Easy day. Or you can delete just one bubble from one slide and go back in and record yourself on another slide if you don't like how it's flowing. So see, the bubble automatically popped up there. Now I can click on this one. Wow, the bubble's already there. So if I didn't like where it was, I could move it somewhere else. And it'll just keep talking. So I talked to these 3 slides and my bubbles are on all 3 slides. And easy day. And then each individual person goes in and you can say you're someone else now. And you're starting on slide 7. You can click on slide 7, click record yourself, and it'll start you right on slide 7 where you want to start. You hit record, save, and exit. Easy peasy. Any questions, let me know. And thank you guys for everything. Bye.